welcome to another tutorial. And so we are continuing from where we stopped, operators. So today we're going to be talking about uh, comparison operators. So comparison operators basically are used to compare two values. So there are six of them. There is the greater than symbol, less than or equal to, there is the equality symbol, and there is the inequality symbol. And also one thing to remember, whenever you're using the comparison operator, you are always going to get a Boolean value. So if you remember from the first video, there are only two Boolean values. Is that it is true or false. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to create two variables. And then basically, the idea here is you are trying to compare. Yes, you are trying to compare. So this is the symbol for greater than. So is number greater than another number. So if you check this, the output, of course, this is saying is 20 greater than 10. And that will be true because 20 is greater than 10. So let's see the output. Comparison operators are very straightforward operators. And the only places I think people find it hard to understand them is when you compare um, strings. That is the issue. So as you can see here, the output is true because 20 will always be greater than 10. Okay, so the other symbols, I'm going to just put them below here as a comment. So comments in Python, we use hashtags for comments. So this is the symbol for less than. Okay, this is a symbol for greater than or equal to. This is a symbol for less than or equal to. This is a symbol for, this is the inequality symbol, and this is the symbol for equality. So those are all of them. They are six in number. So the only part, like I said, that might cause issues is when you are dealing with strings. In the case of, let's say I have a letter here, and let's say letter A, and let's say I have another letter here, and let's say this other letter is letter A, but you would see the difference as one is a small letter, the other one is a big letter. And most people think that if you compare both of them, if you compare both numbers, I mean both letters, if you compare both letters, in this case where I'm trying to compare small letter A with big letter A, and you check if both of them were equal, most people will say that it is true, but Python, or rather in programming generally, it is going to be false. Mm, The output would be false at the end of the day because um, the both of them are not equal. Programming and letters are case sensitive, everything is case sensitive. So, but also, some people do not know this. If I were to ask if letter A is less than, if letter is less than another letter, which is big letter A or capital letter A, less than um, small letter A, Python will actually tell you that it is true. I just wait for the output to see it is true. And the reason for that is because of something called ASCII. If you're a computer scientist, or even if you have done a little bit of computer programming, or computer science back in primary or secondary school, you would have heard of ASCII. So the full meaning, let me come down here. So then this is what I mean. ASCII. ASCII. Okay. So the full meaning is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay, so um, basically there are numerical values attached um, to each key on your keyboard. Yes, to each key on your keyboard. So the ASCII value, you can read this up later, and I'll do a video on it maybe another time. The ASCII value for big letter A is 65, but for small letter A, it's 97. So basically, the computer is saying that. This is the reason why this expression here is true. Okay. So if you have any questions on comparison operators, especially when it comes to string, you can put them in the comments and let me attend to them. Now, one other thing when it comes to comparison, when it comes to you comparing things, it's also something people do not understand. Let me also point that out. That let's say you have a name here. Let's just say you have somebody's name here, and let's say you have another name. Sorry for always using another, but I think that is the best thing I can use now. And let's say you have let's just say you have this, and look at what I want to do. I'm going to put a space. I'm going to put a space after Moses. Now, most people would think that this two will be the same. No, when it comes to programming, even a space is a character. So if I were to check if both of them were the same, it would be false. Let me show you. It will be false. It will be false because apparently, and look at it down here, false. To be false. The reason for that is because a space is also a character. So, unlike in maybe other languages, but in Python, a space is important. So be careful of those. Be careful of spaces. Also remember that Python is case sensitive. Also, and in terms of the ASCII that I talked about, there will be another video to explain that fully. Thank you. I hope with this you understand comparison operators and you get the idea. If there's any question, you can put it down in the comments. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.